Here we are in Granbury, Texas, and we're here with Top Jimmy Swag, Jim Swinney, and you can see the courthouse over there, and this is the old Riley house, I think where his grandparents owned, and now it's probably historical place of register, I guess. And he lived here from 4 to 7, and he's about to tell us one of the most entertaining stories about growing up here. And there he is, Big Jim. You're on camera.
Hey. Well, let me tell you, this back here used to be a screen porch, and that up at the top was a screen porch. And in the summertime, my grandmother had 7 or 8 beds that were up in that top screening porch. In the summertime, all the men would sleep up there because it would be cooler. And on this side, there was a trellis that went all the way up to the top and had vines growing up the trellis.
Well, the men were sleeping there because it's cooler. Where were the women sleeping?
They had to sleep in the house. You took care of the men.
Okay.
But one night we heard all this commotion going on, and we looked out, and there's a big snake that had crawled up that trellis, all the way up the trellis, and was looking in the screen porch like it was going to try to get in.
Huh.
Of course it couldn't. But this big old tree right here,
Yeah.
up at the top, way up there, we had a rope and a long swing, and we spent a lot of time, all the kids, swinging in a swing, and it wasn't a tire swing, it just had knots in the rope where you could hold on and swing like a Tarzan swing type thing.
Do you have some fond memories of this place?
Oh, the fondest memories of my life, almost.
And what did your dad do when y'all were living here?
He worked for Stanley Oil Company, and he worked as a person that walked pipelines, and the oil company would gather pumping wells, and the oil come out of the ground, and they would go to a pumping station, and then the pumping station would pump it down to the refineries around the coast, and he would walk the pipelines from the different collection places to the pumping station.
And what did his dad do, your grandfather?
He worked in Crescent, which is about 13, 15 miles from here, and he worked in a pumping station. And when we were here, when I was 4 to 7, we at different times would go out and stay with them. And my grandmother was part Indian, and she was my grandmother on my dad's side. This is my mother's side. He was anyway, we would go stay, and they lived in like a camp house where it had 5 or 6 houses that was owned by the company that employees that worked in the pumping station would live in.
So we have seen kind of a tour of this area. Back here, a couple houses down was the nuthouse, which they're big in the community. This may be Granbury's finest come to arrest us for trespassing on this property. Luckily, they drove right by. And I've learned back there in that newer house is where it's the new nut house where the younger nutty son lived. And we're going to go see a few other things. And we'll sign off here. Granbury in front of Dad's old house. So, peace.
Take care.